Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if it's your first time here, hi, welcome. My name is Mal and I make Tumbler tutorials here on YouTube. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a few different tumbler designs using the most recent Vinyl Cottage mystery box. This mystery box has a bunch of vinyl in it and a couple other goodies as well, and it's all honeybee themed. So we'll go through the mystery box, I'll show you everything that comes in it, and then we'll make a couple different tumbler designs using a few of the vinyl patterns that come in the box. At the time I'm recording this box is still available for purchase, so if you're interested, you can check out the link down below in the description box. And if you would like to wait until these patterns are released individually, they will be released individually on the website at some point. And if you'd like to order those, you can use my discount code Mallory10 when you purchase. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below. That really helps me and my channel out. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well to make sure you don't miss any of my new videos. And I would love to have you as part of the fam. As always, I'll have links to everything you need down below in the description box, including the full supply list for this video, all of my social media pages, my Facebook group, and my Patreon group, so be sure to check that out. Okay, I think that's it. I really hope you guys like the video. Let's go! Before we get started with our tutorial for today, I wanted to go through everything that comes in this Vinyl Cottage mystery box. So we're going to get started with these acrylic blanks. This comes with 2 blanks plus a straw topper attachment. So you get this cute little bumblebee, and you can take this straw topper attachment and attach it to the back side just like this, and then slide it over your straw for a cute little cup charm. And then you've also got this honeycomb acrylic blank that you can make a keychain with. It also comes with 3 decals. Now these are decals that are printed with that white ink, so they'll show up on any colored base. I'll show you here with this Sweet as Honey one. Look at that vibrant yellow ink. How pretty is that? So you could use that on any of these bases and it would show up better than it would if you just had like a regular clear water slide or something like that. So now getting to the vinyl, we've got this first pattern. This is Abstract 12. And then we've got some super cute blue kind of night sky bees. This is one of my absolute favorites. This is Picnic 1 with the buffalo check and the flowers. And then we've got Honeybee 11. This is a super cute brown and gold. And then we've got a sheet of glitter vinyl. This is kind of like a transparent glitter. It's got a green teal shift to it. It's beautiful. And then we've got some leaves. This is Honeycomb 20. These would be really cute on any sort of cup, not even just a bee-themed cup. Then we've got Bumble 04, and this is Sunflower 16A. This is another one of my favorites. I love the florals, if you couldn't tell already. And then we've got a transparent sheet with some blue bees on it. This is Bumble 01, and this is just regular transparent. It's not printed with the white ink. I want to show you a few different combos you can use with these vinyls. So we've got some with the transparent and the sunflowers, and we've got the honeycomb. You can use these 3 together, which would be super cute. You could also use the Sweet as Honey decal, or any of the decals really go together. You could use the brown and blue with either one of these decals. The glitter and the blue would be really pretty together. The glitter and the green, plus this little abstract one, if you wanted to get funky, would be really cute together. Or you could do just the abstract and the glitter and this super cute bee kind decal. You could also do my fave, the gingham and the daisies with the glitter. And then if you wanted to be a little interesting, you could do this honeycomb one, Bumble 04. For this tutorial, I'm going to show you 2 different ways that I'm going to use this on a cup, basically. We're going to do 2 new combos with the vinyl and just hopefully inspire you to create something amazing with this mystery box. So starting with the Bumble 04 pattern, I'm going to tape off the bottom, like a little bit less than half of my mug here. I've got a 30-ounce skinny mug from Craft Haven, and I'm going to trim up my vinyl so it fits right in that spot. And we're going to wrap this around the cup just the same way that we normally would. I'm going to peel back about 1 inch of the backing, cut it off, and then I'll apply the vinyl, lining it up with that line of tape that I placed earlier. I'm going to wrap it around, make sure that it's going to lie straight and be lined up the right way. Cut off any excess, and then I'll smooth the vinyl onto the cup just the same way we normally would. Once I've got the vinyl on the cup, I'll remove that top piece of blue painter's tape and then I'll go ahead and finish the bottom. I'm going to pull the vinyl tightly around that bottom rim and then cut off all of the excess. I would like a smooth finish from the side of the cup down to the bottom, but we are going to glitter the bottom, so don't worry if it's not perfect or if you want to trim a little bit up onto the cup surface, and then glitter from there. That's totally fine too, whatever you're comfortable with. And now for the pattern on the top, we're going to use the brownish goldish pattern, and I'm going to trim off the white borders from the vinyl, and then I'm going to just go in and size it so I can cut off all of the excess at the top, set it aside, and use it for a different project. So here I'm just wrapping around, lining my bottom edge of vinyl up with that top edge of the first pattern we laid down, and I'm just going to make a mark where I'm going to trim off all of that excess vinyl. By the way, this pattern is Honeybee 11A. That's the name of the pattern that you can search on the website. And now I'm just going to size it, figure out where I want the seam to go, and kind of where I want these little honeycomb to be once the vinyl's on the cup. So I'm going to apply it the same way. I'm going to pull back 1 little inch of the backing, and I decided to line the edge up with the handle so that our seam is where the handle is. It kind of helps disguise it just a little bit. So I lined it up as closely as I could to the bottom of that handle, lining the bottom edge up the best I could with that top edge of the honeycomb vinyl we laid down. I definitely didn't do the best job, but that's okay because we're going to add another stripe in the middle there later, so don't worry if that's not perfect. So now I'm going to trim around my handle and just lay these pieces down one by one so that we can have this curve around. So I just trimmed with the top edge of the handle and then pulled down each of those pieces on the top and bottom of the handle. And then for the middle, I had to cut on either side of the handle. So we've got these tiny little slivers that are going to end up just getting cut off. As you can see, I'm just going to cut right there, get rid of that. And what we're doing is just trimming this to make it fit through that handle hole so it can lay down as smoothly as possible, essentially. So I'm going to lay that down as flat as I can get it. And then I'm going to go in with my craft knife and just trim off any excess. Make sure we've got a seam that somewhat lines up. Make sure everything is as even as can be. And then we'll finish off the top of the cup the same way I normally do. I'm going to pull that vinyl up over that top rim and then trim off all of the excess, just making sure that everything is nice and tightly wrapped up at the top. And now moving into our second mug design, I've got the sunflower pattern wrapped on the bottom of the cup, kind of the same way that we did with the first one. And now I'm going to spray paint the top of our cup with lemongrass from Rustoleum. And I'm going to make a custom little glitter mix here for the top. I'm taking Mystic and number 2 from PDB, and I'm going to do about a 75-25 mix. I'm using mostly Mystic with just a little bit of number 2 to kind of give it that light yellow tint. I'm using my Crystalac glitter glue as the adhesive for this, and I'm not worried about glittering the handle. I'm not going to glitter the handle. We'll paint it a different color a little bit later. So I'm just applying that adhesive to the body of the cup and just kind of avoiding the handle altogether. Once everything's all dried and sealed, I'm going to go in with my first coats of epoxy. I'm going to do 2 coats of epoxy on each of my cups. The first coat was about 20 milliliters on the one with the glitter, and the one without the glitter I probably used closer to 15. So once those 2 coats were cured, I'm ready to go in and take care of my handles and the bottoms. So for the handle on this one with the yellow, I'm going to paint it with the Delta Ceramcoat acrylic paint. It's my favorite, and this is the color Mediterranean. This color has some of the best coverage I've ever seen. It's just amazing. It's so opaque. So I'm just going to very carefully take a paintbrush and paint the whole handle with this blue color. And then I'm going to set it aside, let it dry, and work on the handle for our just complete vinyl cup. I'm going to use some blue painter's tape to tape off this area of the handle because we're going to glitter the handle on this one, and I don't want any of the glitter to go and kind of like static cling to any areas where it shouldn't be. So I'm going to use the glitter glue again as my adhesive. I'm using gold glitter for this handle and the bottom, so I'm not going to base paint it. I'm just going to go right in with the glitter. I'm using Goddess from Peachy Olive Glitters. This is a beautiful fine gold, so I'm just going to go straight in with the glitter. And because this is such a fine color, we don't really have to worry about any pieces poking out or anything with the handle giving us trouble later. And then moving down to the bottom of the cup, I'm going to take some electrical tape and just tape off that bottom rim area. Use the glitter glue again and go in with the same glitter. And then I will remove the tape right away and set it aside and let it dry. Then we're going to go back to our sunflower cup. We're going to tape off the bottom the same way, use that same base paint and mix it with a little bit of the glitter glue. And then I'm going to glitter the bottom of this one with Blue Moon from PDB. This is a chunky glitter mix, so I'm just doing it on the bottom. I wanted a little bit of contrast between the glitter top and the, handled, not glittered part, if that makes sense. So once the glitter was all sealed, I waited 2 hours, then sealed it with the glitter glue. I'm going to go in and add the middle striping area to our full vinyl cup. I'm using the abstract pattern, and I cut out a stripe that was about 0.35 inches wide, and I'm just going to place it right in the middle where both of our patterns meet as our little middle section area. Once I've got that placed, I'm going to go in with another coat of epoxy on each of my cups. I'm using about 20 milliliters of epoxy for each cup, and I am using KS Resin Liquidy Split Ultra UV for both of them. Once our coats of epoxy are cured, we're ready to go in and finish up these cups with the rest of our vinyl work. So starting with our full vinyl tumbler, I'm going to use some vinyl from Tech Wrap Craft as our little striping to close out this stripe in the middle here that we used with that abstract pattern. And I'm just putting one on top and one on the bottom of that abstract patterned stripe we put in the middle. And now we're going to jump over to our yellow tumbler that has the glitter on it. I'm going to clean up the top rim and sand down that top rim, and that's the only place on the cup I'm going to sand. I want the remainder of this surface to be shiny so that when we put this transparent vinyl down over it, we don't have any dull sanded spots showing through after we epoxy. So just sand down your top rim, wash your cup like normal, and then you'll be ready to apply this transparent vinyl. I'm going to apply this lining up the edge with the handle the same way that we did on the other wrap, but obviously this one is just a little bit shorter of an area. It doesn't go so far past the handle, so we really only have to worry about wrapping the vinyl around the top part of the handle, and then it'll kind of just disappear once we get to the bottom. So I'm going to line that edge up with the handle and then smooth the vinyl onto the cup, as you can see here. And once we've got all the vinyl on our cup and we're back to the other side of the handle, I'm going to trim my vinyl the same way I did with the all vinyl cup we did with the brown vinyl at the top. I'm going to cut a slit in the vinyl and then cut it so that we can pull that middle part through the handle, lay it down flat. We'll trim off the excess just the same way we did with the other one. And then for the top, we're going to do the same thing as well. We're going to just lay that vinyl down. There is going to be a little bit of vinyl like up on the handle, and I'll just go through with my knife and trim all of that up, peel it all up so we've got everything even. And then my wrap wasn't perfectly straight, so I just cut along the top edge of that bottom vinyl piece that we laid down to make that look like I did actually apply it straight. Then I'm going to trim off all the vinyl from the top, go through and pop any bubbles with my craft knife, and then we will set that one aside, ready for epoxy. And now we're going to go back to the brown one. So for the decal on this cup, I wanted to use one of the SVGs from the Lettered by Stephanie SVG Club. I believe this one is from May 2022. So if you join the club, you have an option to sign up for the whole year, get access to just monthly or whatever. So this is from May. I'll have that linked down below in the description box as well. It's one of my absolute favorite memberships. I love it so much. For the decal, I did create a very thin offset. I think it was 0.040 of this SVG. And I cut that out of the same pearlescent vinyl from Tech Wrap that we used for the striping. And then for the top part of the decal, I'm using Ultra Glitter Vinyl from Craft Haven. And I just layered that on as normal. And now I'm going to go into my next coat of epoxy. So I'm going to add about maybe 15 to 20 milliliters onto each of these cups. And they do need one little final little sanding and then their actual final coats. But here's the final result. I wanted to make sure I got this out to you in time for you guys to get this box if you wanted it. I will have the box linked down below in the description box, and she will also release these patterns individually at some point too. So if you only like a few of the patterns, you will have the option to buy them all individually. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you're inspired by both of these designs. These patterns are so fun and bright and perfect for summer, so I had a lot of fun putting these together. If you liked the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below, and make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my new videos. I upload brand new Tumbler tutorials every single week. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, love you. Bye.
Oh my God. Bathing. Let's go. Let's go.